right, Bert, but when my husband and I discovered Felicia Forrester, she was nothing but raw talent. Yeah, well, it was brilliant, but it was undisciplined. Now, it took a Clarke Garrison and a Sally Spectre to shape that talent. Of course, that's what we're good at. We know how to cultivate new talent.
Sal, here's the rest of them.
Felicia is a Spectre creation, like the Frankenstein monster. Oh, we're gonna do a lot of business with these dresses. At Halloween.
Saul, you just do not understand street fashions. I mean, look at these clothes. They're so hip.
If you got hips, you can't wear them.
Listen, goodbye, Bert. I'll talk to you later.
Sal, can I try this one on, please?
Oh, darling, you better not. Those are our only samples. I'll tell you what. When I put it into production, I will give you the whole line.
You will?
Mm-hmm. At the usual employee discount, okay?
Gee, thanks. I think.
You really think people will buy this stuff?
Of course I do, Saul. Don't you see the beauty of this? Felicia Forrester has given us a whole new market, the junior market. Don't you know there are stores all over the country specializing in this stuff? Clothes for teenagers and for young women who want something hip and trendy and right up to the minute.
Up to the minute this minute and out of style the next minute.
I'm not so sure, Saul. Take a look at Darla.
Huh?
You really like that stuff, don't you, honey?
Oh, yeah, Sal, I'm crazy about it.
Why?
Why, well, they're really sexy. I mean, guys have definitely noticed me in this stuff, Sal. And they show off my good points. They're fun, too.
There you are, Saul, the voice of the people.
Azoy.
You know something? I think we're missing a good bet here. We got an ideal market barometer right here in the office. Darla.
I never thought I'd see this day.
Sal, does this mean I'm going to get a promotion?
Yeah, sure.
How about a raise?
Come on, Miss Barometer. Quit while you're ahead.
Robert, what?
Yeah, I got your message.
Thanks for coming down. I wanted you to see something.
What's that?
It's the latest in my waterproofing solution. I think I may have made a breakthrough.
Really?
I'm going off something you said about wanting to use women's raincoats in next year's spring collection.
Except we may have vetoed that idea. Plastic and rubber clothes just aren't going to work into that line.
Well, who says you need to use plastics and rubber?
That's generally what raincoats are made of.
Take a look at this.
Silk taffeta.
Try it.
Hey, Logan, this is really something.
Yeah, well, it still has some bugs, but I think given a couple weeks and some luck, I can get through them. That is, if you're interested.
Hell yes, we're interested. Does Dad know about this? We should get him down here.
If you're calling your father,
Yeah, I was.
he's not in the building.
Where is he?
Look, I don't want to get into it.
Logan.
He's at the hospital. Seeing the doctor first. And then your mother.
Stephanie,
Hi.
I have some very good news for you.
The bold and the beautiful. This portion sponsored by Spick and Span Liquid. When it's surprisingly clean, it's Spick and Span.
Julie, I
ready to send for you. I understand that you're going to be gone for a week.
Yes, I am.
Well, there's something that I want you to think about while you're gone.
Okay, and I have something for you to read.
Well, do you want to go first?
No. No, why don't you go ahead, Bill?
All right. Just how involved are you with Clarke Garrison?
Why?
Just answer the question.
Well, perhaps this will answer you best.
What's this?
The story of Clarke Garrison. You know, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet.
Well, just like you're not sure how you feel about him. I take it this is a hatchet job. And you are naming names?
Yes, naming all sorts of names.
Am I in here too?
Read it. Find out for yourself.
Sounds like you're throwing Garrison to the wolves.
Well, there's that, fine line between love and hate.
And have you crossed it?
Let's just say that I'm stuck at the border. Now, suppose you tell me why you wanted to know how involved I am with Clarke in the first place.
Word on the street is that congratulations are in order.
Oh, Macy, I'm so glad you dropped in.
Even the security guards are raving about Felicia's showing. It must have been pretty spectacular.
It was. Take a look.
It's definitely terrific nightclub wear. It's young, it's daring, it's definitely unusual.
You really got it. You know that, honey?
What?
Something that you can't learn, something you got to be born with. A real eye for fashion.
Mother.
It's all right. I'm not going to pressure you. I know why you had to leave Spectra.
Yeah, we both know why I had to leave.
Honey, what is it? What's wrong?
I just wanted to come by and see you. I'm starting to feel a little cut off from things.
Cut off? Even from your husband?
Thorne and I had another argument today.
Well, I hope he didn't walk out again.
No, actually, I did the walking out.
What happened?
I just don't want to get into it.
Because it was about me, huh?
Mother, Thorne came home in a rage about that newspaper article. I found Stephanie Forrester in a dumpster.
Oh, come on, that reporter just sensationalized that story.
Look, Mother, you don't have to make any excuses. It was Thorne who was out of line. And I told my husband that if his family had only shown you a little appreciation for what you had done, just a small iota of gratitude, this never would have happened.
And what did he say to that?
Well, question your motives, as usual. Thought you were meddling. Good Lord, if it hadn't been for you, his mother might never have been found. Something terrible could have happened to her.
I know, honey, but I really hate to be coming between you and Thorne again.
The only reason why you are coming between us, Mother, is because Thorne is letting that happen. And after some of the things he said, I just might not go back to the department.
I just came from seeing your doctor.
Is the news good?
His original instincts were right on target. He's confirmed that you indeed did have a minor stroke, which means that you can leave the hospital.
Oh, leave the hospital.
Which further means that one day, probably very soon, you're going to have your memory back.
You're the only person I can talk to about this, Ridge.
About what?
About my husband, your father, and how often he's gone to the hospital to see Stephanie.
Logan, they were husband and wife for 30 years. And maybe that's a sign of the decency of the man that he's concerned and considerate.
I'm sorry, Ridge, I just don't buy it.
You're really troubled by this, aren't you?
The amount of time that they spend together disturbs me, yes. But what bothers me even more is that Eric, not once, not even once, has told me that he's been to see her. Now, can you tell me with all certainty, Ridge, that there's no reason for concern?
The doctor said that I can leave the hospital.
Yes, tomorrow. Isn't that great? You're going home.
Home?
Stephanie, you're not still thinking about going out on the streets with your friends, are you?
Look, I know that this sounds really bizarre to you. I mean, that I would even consider something like that after apparently living on an estate in Beverly Hills in the lap of luxury, but you've got to understand. These people are my friends. All of you are strangers to me.
You still consider me a stranger?
No, not so much you. We have become close.
And you'll become close to your sons and your daughters and your home, I promise you, just as soon as your memory comes back.
If that happens.
Well, there's virtually no doubt in the doctor's mind that your memory will come back, so you mustn't doubt it either.
That is going to be such a dramatic change.
One that you'll deal with very easily and very quickly, I assure you.
You're a wonderful man. A really gentle man. I only know one other person like that.
Your friend Adam.
Yes, he was very good to me. As was Ruth Ann. But...
What is it?
How long were we married?
Over 30 years.
30 years. There's still one question that you haven't answered for me.
What's that?
Why we divorced. I think the time has come, Eric. I think you have to tell me everything.
Julie, if you're still on the fence over Garrison, why are you so concerned about my question?
Just tell me, Bill. Why do you want to know how I feel about Clarke?
Because I find myself very attracted to you.
You have a wife.
Do I? A little restless in my marriage.
Margot's an attractive lady. She's bright, she's talented.
I don't want to talk about my wife. I'm far more interested in you.
Are you?
You're a woman who's attracted to power. You have an attraction for all the right things. I also find you incredibly sensuous, vibrant, and alive. I think you're very exciting. I always have. Now the question is, are you interested?
Yes. Yes, Bill, I am interested.
You're interested to a point. And then here comes Garrison. It's not out of your system.
Things are changing in our relationship, but Clarke still doesn't give me what I want.
And what is it that you want?
I want it all. Doesn't everyone?
You're my kind of woman, Julie DeLorean.
Give me 1 week. When I come back, we will either publish the book and pursue our relationship, or I'll come back to realize that Clarke Garrison is addictive and I can't break the habit.
You'll be back in a week.
Until then.
As for not getting into it with you, I'm sure Dad had a good reason.
Ridge, there is no good reason for a man to keep things from his wife.
Well, then, if you really feel that way, why the devil didn't you confront him? Talk to him, have it out with him, maybe make some accusations, and for God's sakes, blast him for not telling you.
Ridge, this is not funny.
Well, maybe you should have thought of that before you dumped me. Wouldn't it be something, though?
Wouldn't what be something?
If Dad were to fall back in love with Mother and they got remarried?
Honey, you don't mean that. I mean, you wouldn't leave Thorne.
I am sick and tired of his and his whole family's attitude towards you. The way they refuse to accept you.
Well, that could change. I mean, Stephanie might even start to like me. Now, that'd make a difference, wouldn't it?
But don't you see, Mother, we shouldn't have to grovel to those people. Thorne says he loves me. Now, doesn't he realize that you are a part of me? You are the mother that single-handedly raised me. Now, when he criticizes you, he hurts me just as much.
Oh, Macy, I can't stand seeing you this way.
Being this way, Mother, I am angry and I am frustrated. And I am trying to find another solution to this, but I just don't see one.
It's crazy, isn't it? The way I always admired the Forresters all these years. I thought everything would be wonderful if I could just get to meet Stephanie Forrester. I thought everything would be wonderful if I could just be accepted by those people. I humiliated myself. I humbled myself. I practically crawled on my hands and knees just to get to be friends with those people. And the one dream I had in this world was that my little girl, my little Macy, maybe one day would marry one of those Forrester sons. And then look, miracle of miracles, it happened. And now look at what those people are doing to the marriage. Look at what it's doing to you. Oh, Macy, I say to hell with it. I say to hell with it and to hell with the Forresters.
Stephanie, I don't want to get into all the details.
Eric, please. I mean, it's obvious that we have 4 wonderful children. You said that we did very well in business. We certainly lived well. But a year or so ago, our marriage ended. Was it something that I wanted?
No, I wanted the divorce.
Why? Tell me everything, please. I don't want you to hold back on anything or anyone.
We simply were no longer compatible.
Eric? Was there someone else?
Yes. Brooke.
I mistook her for my daughter.
Yes, you did.
You fell in love with her and that changed everything. She's much younger. Is there anything else that I should know about?
No. Now, look. I'm late for a meeting. I'll come back tomorrow and make certain that you get home all right.
Oh, no, you don't have to do that.
Yes, I do. I want to make certain that you get there and that you stay there. And that you not go back out on the streets.
mention Beth Logan.